Hello guys, welcome back to my lecture on quadratic equation. In the last lecture we had discussed about the roots of quadratic equation and also what is a quadratic equation, what is the general form or standard form of quadratic equation, and how do we find the values of a, b and c, that is the coefficients of the quadratic equation. Now today we will be seeing how to solve a quadratic equation. Now solving a quadratic equation means to find the value of x. Okay, like we have a quadratic equation, like for example x square plus x plus 2 equal to 0. Now what values of x means what value of x, suppose x1. Okay, if I take x as 1, if we put x as 1 here, I will get 1 square is 1 plus 1 plus 2, it is 2 3 4, which is not equal to 0. We are not getting answer 0. Okay, when we substitute the value of x as 1 in this equation, I'm not getting answer 0. So it means x equal to 1 is not solution, is not the solution, or we can also say root and solution means the same. Okay, so we have few methods, we have three methods to solve quadratic equation. With those methods we will easily find the value of x. Okay, now note one thing, that since the degree of this equation is 2, since the degree of the equation is 2, we will get two answers of x. Okay, there will be two answers of x which will give us the answer as 0 because the degree of the equation is 2. So the first method that we are going to discuss is factorization method. Okay, factorization method. We have just discussed that factorization method is one method where we can solve the quadratic equation. Solving the quadratic equation means that we are going to find the value of x. So the first question that we have is x square minus 15x plus 54 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the question that we have. Now in factorization method, what we have to do is always you have to multiply this third term. This is first term, second term, third term. So always this number with the first number. Okay, I'm saying the number, not the whole term. Okay, so 54 into, there is no number here, so 1. 54 into 1. Okay, so 54 into 1 is 54. Now let us find its factors. So we have 227, then it is divisible by 3, 3 nines are. Don't write, always you have to take prime numbers here. Okay, do not take 9 threes are. Okay, you have to always take the numbers which are prime. Then say like some students may write this as 9 ones are. Okay, so this will not give you the answer, so better take prime numbers. So 3 threes are and then 3 ones are. Okay, so we have got these factors. Now the trick is you have to find two numbers. Okay, you have to find two numbers such that so I'm going very slow so that you understand step by step. First what we did, 54 into 1. Okay, if it was 2 here we would have written 54 into 2. Okay. So 1 into 54 is 54. So I took out its factors. So these are the numbers. Now you have to find two numbers such that if you add them, okay, if you add these numbers, you will get minus 15. Okay, the middle number. And if you multiply these numbers, you will get 54. Okay, it is a tricky question, but what happens is once you understand the trick, then you will never forget it. Okay, once you get this trick. Okay, I have observed few students find it very difficult to find these numbers their whole lifetime. Okay, but once a student knows, okay, I have to do this way, then he never forgets it. He always gets the right answer. So now as you have started with the first question, make it sure that you understand things properly, because same thing you will apply in the second question, then third, then fourth. Because what will happen if you have not understood the first, the same thing you will apply in the second, that is you have not understood anything, again in the third. So there is no use solving sums, because first you concentrate on the first sum, like whether I have completely understood this sum or not. You can again rewind the video, again watch it, again rewind the video, watch it. Okay, and listen to the words properly. What is the explanation? And the same thing you have to ask to yourself. Okay, while solving, acha, now multiply this term with this, so write 54. Okay, now the two numbers that we have discussed, we have to find it from here. Okay, take the biggest number 3 and multiply the remaining numbers. So 3 and 2 3s are 6, 6 3s are 18. See here, 3 and 18 will give you 15. Right, 3 and 18 will give you 15. But now you have to decide what sign to give. Okay, now if I give minus, if I give you a minus, I will get 3 minus 15. Sorry, 3 minus 18 is minus 15. But there was one more step, that by multiplying these numbers you need to get 54. That is not possible, because if you multiply this term you will get minus 54. Okay, so this is not our number. So as we have circled this 3, now go to the smallest number, that is 2. So 3 2s are 6 and then 3 3s are 9. Now you observe properly that if we give minus to both of these numbers, what will happen? Minus 6 minus 9 is minus 15. And if you multiply this, 6 9s are 54 and minus minus is plus. So we will get, by multiplying, plus 54. Okay, so by adding this we are getting minus 15, and by multiplying we are getting plus 54. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, so we'll write this as x square minus 6x minus 9x plus 54 equal to 0. Okay, so therefore group these two terms, take x as common, x minus 6 minus, this we have already done in previous class, how to take the factors common and all, so I'm not explaining all those. So we get x minus 6, see this repeated brackets in one, and x minus 9 in another. See, multiplying of two terms is giving you 0, it means either one of them is 0. Okay, so x minus 6 is 0 or x minus 9 is 0. So therefore x is 6 or x is 9. Okay, so this is your answer. It means if you put x as 6 in this equation, you will get answer 0. And if you put 9 in this equation, you will get the answer 0. Okay, so there are two roots or two solutions of this equation. Okay, I hope you are all clear. So we'll go to one more sum. So we have another question. It says 2y square plus 27y plus 13 equal to 0. Okay, so now here we need to find the value of y. Okay, we will get two values of y because this is a quadratic equation. Now how do we, what was the method? The first step is multiply the last term with the first term. So 13 2s is 26. 13 2s are 26. Now you have to split 26. You have to split 26 into two numbers such that you get the answer 27. And if you multiply it, you will get 26. Now for this question, there is no necessity of drawing the factorization like we have done that factor tree, because it is clearly understood, or we can immediately, if we think on the question, you will get to know that 26 ones will give you 26 and 1 will give you 27. Right, 26 and 1 will give you 27. If you add this, you will get 27. And if you multiply this, you will get 26. Okay, so the numbers, so it's not compulsory that you draw that prime factorization method. Okay, so it is 2y square plus 26y plus 1y, it was 1, so we can write just y, plus 13 equal to 0. So group two terms, so we'll get 2y, so y plus 13 plus 1, y plus 13 is equal to 0. So it is y plus 13 and 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore we get y plus 13 equal to 0, or 2y plus 1 equal to 0. So y is equal to this 13 will go on right side. See, once you get this numbers, the remaining steps, like 100% students will solve it. Okay, so the problem lies only with this. Okay, so finding the numbers, and here you get y is equal to, so this 1 will go to the right side, so minus 1, and this 2 will get divided here. So we get this two answers. Okay, y equal to minus 13 or y equal to minus 1. Sorry, y is equal to minus half. So here is another question. 5m square is equal to 22m plus 15. So this equation is not in standard form. So first of all, let us make it in standard form, that is all the terms on left side. Okay, this is our standard form. Now I will go a bit fast. Okay, so 15 into 5 is 75. You need to take factors of 75 so that we get the value 22. So let us see. So this is 3 2s are 6, 5, then 5 5s are 5 1s. So from here you can see this 5, sorry, so from here you can see this 25 and 3. 25 and 3 will give you 22. 25 and 3 will give you 22. So 25 and 3 will give you 22. Now the thing is, you have to see the sign. Which sign should I put? So let us try with taking minus here. Now 25 minus 3 is 22. Okay, let us see here. It is not 22, it is minus 22. So it is obvious that minus sign should come to the greater number, because minus 25 plus 3 will give you minus 22, and if you multiply this you will get minus 75. Okay, so these are our numbers. So 5m square minus 25m plus 3m minus 15 equal to 0. So you get 5m common, so m minus 5 plus 3 common, so m minus 5. So you can observe one thing, that this bracket repeats. So once you take common, need not think what will come here, directly copy this here. So it is 5m plus 3 and m minus 5 equal to 0. So you get 5m plus 3 is equal to 0, or m minus 5 equal to 0. Therefore m is minus 3 upon 5, or m is equal to 5. Okay, so once you get this term split, then this thing is direct, like we will keep on solving it, right? So here's another sum. See here, the x is in the denominator, so first of all let us remove this x. Okay, first of all let us remove this x term from here. So what happens is, we will multiply throughout by x, so we get 6x square minus, see what I am doing is I am multiplying all the terms by x. Okay, so 6x we will multiply by x, 2 upon x also we will multiply by x, and this 1 also we will multiply by x. So we get 6x square, and this x cancel, and this is x. So we have 6x square, write it in standard form, minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Now split this, 2 6 are 12. Okay, remember there is minus also. So 2 6 are 12, so 12, you have to find factor of 12 so that you get 1. Okay, so it is 2 6, 2 3, 3 1. So you can see a 4 and 3, 3 and 4, or you can say 4 and 3 will give you 1, right? 4 and 3 will give you 1, and minus 4 plus 3. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, and minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. Okay, see we have found two numbers. By adding this you get this middle term, and by multiplying you get this term. So we get 6x square minus 4x minus 3x minus, plus 3x. So we have take it common. So 2x is common, so 3x minus 2 plus, so there is no number common in both of them, so 1 is the common term, so 3x minus 2. So 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, so therefore 3x minus 2 is 0, or 2x plus 1 is 0. Okay, so I'm not explaining all this because this questions like this all calculations we have studied in the previous standards. Okay, so x is 2 upon 3 or x is minus 1 upon 2. So this is our answer. So here is another question. It is root 2x square plus 7. Yes, it is 7x plus 5 root 2. Okay, now there are roots, so not worry. The same method. Multiply the last term with the first term. So 5 root 2 into root 2. Okay, we know how to do this. Root 2 into root 2 becomes 2, so it is 5 into 2, so it is 10. Okay, so we need to split 10 so that we get 7. It is very easy to split 10. So splitting the numbers means you have to split it in multiples, okay, not in plus. Okay, so 10 is 5 and 2 because 5 and 2 will give you 7. Okay, and multiplying 5 into 2 will give you 10. So we have root 2x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Now the question comes, what can I take common from both of them? What do we take common? Now note one thing, what we know that root 2 into root 2 is 2. Okay. Similarly, what I do is this 2 can be thought as, हम ऐसा सोच सकते हैं कि ये 2 जो लिखा है यहाँ पर वो root 2 into root 2 है, right? Because it is the same thing. 2 means root 2 into root. Now what is common from both of them? Root 2 is common. 1 root 2 is common. So root 2 and x is common. So we get x plus, ये बाहर आ गया already. So 1 root 2 is remaining inside. Now same thing here, 5 is common and this bracket repeats, x plus root 2. Okay. So now we have x plus root 2 and root 2 x plus 5 is equal to 0. So therefore x plus root 2 is 0 or root 2 x plus 5 is equal to 0. So therefore x is minus root 2 or x is minus 5 upon root 2. Now you should know one thing or note one thing, that root terms cannot come in the denominator. Okay, it is not a good way to write the root in the denominator. So we rationalize it. I mean we multiply it with the same number. So we get minus 5 root 2 upon 2. So this is our answer of x. Okay, this is one and this is the other. So now this is another question. It says 25m square is equal to 9. Now you must be surprised to see there are only 2 terms. Okay, till now we had 3 terms. So it's okay. So there's a different way to solve this. So first of all, take the 9 to the left side. So we get 25m square minus 9 equal to 0. Now we have studied this formula that a square minus b square is a plus b and a minus b. Right? We all know this. So similarly, this 25m square can be written as 5m whole square minus 3 square is equal to 0. So I have written this question in this form. A square, our a is 5m and b is 3. So this can be expanded as 5m plus 3 into 5m minus 3. Right, so we get, see again we have got the same, like multiplication of 2 terms is 0. So therefore 5m plus 3 is 0 or 5m minus 3 is 0. Okay, so from here you get m is minus 3 upon 5 or m is 3 upon 5. Right. So how did we expand this? We expanded it by using this formula, a square minus b square. We will take one more last sum because we have done enough sums now, and I hope everything is clear to you. Maybe you may find this method difficult. Okay, the other 2 methods are easy, but if this method is difficult, like if in the exam they give you solve the quadratic equation, then you can solve any of the 3 methods. But if they give you solve by factorization method, then you should know this method. Okay, so see the video again and again, not that difficult. Only the difficulty lies in understanding which two numbers should we take, and that is just by judgment. There is no proper method like, okay, you do this, then it is sure you will get the answer. No, it is not like that. Everyone has a different explanation to find the values, the two numbers. Okay. So we have 7m square minus 7m square is equal to 21m. So again take this term to the left side. So 7m square minus 21m is equal to 0. Now what is common in both of them? 7 is common and m is also common. So you get m minus 3. So multiplication of two terms is giving you 0. So it means 7m is 0 and m minus 3 is also 0. So we get this m is getting divided to 0. So we get m is 0 because 0 divided by any number is 0. Okay, there is no and, it is or m will be 3. So this is our answer. Okay. I hope all the things are clear. So please practice. Surely success is yours. If you have doubt, surely you can ask me in the comment section. We will discuss on it. Okay. Till then, take care. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture and you have followed all the questions that we have discussed. We have discussed almost 7 sums. Okay. So remaining sums you try yourself. Ask me the doubts. Okay. You can also WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is 8655. Okay, let me give you my WhatsApp number. If you have any doubt, you can ask me on it. 8655 820 890. Okay, you can contact me on this number. Okay, till then, take care. Bye bye.